Yo, it's JSF. I managed to survive Super Bowl weekend and I'm back. How y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing great. So, Guilty Gear Strive, right? I made a video a little over a week ago saying the next fighting game you should play is Guilty Gear Strive, and especially if you were someone like me who has been playing Mortal Kombat a lot and hasn't really had another fighting game to really go to, like maybe play Dragon Ball, but that game's like seems like it's at the end of its life as well. Strive seems like the next big fighting game, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty good fighting game. But hey, maybe you're not sold, right? Maybe you don't know yet. Maybe you're not ready. Maybe you're like, yeah, I don't know nothing about anime, nothing about Guilty Gear. Why should I play this game? Why should I drop, $60 or however much on the game? Well, got some good news for you. And saying this isn't exactly breaking news now, but it's interesting, and there's a reason I want to talk about it. But basically, they announced the Guilty Gear Strive open beta. And the open beta will be available to download for on February 18th for everybody. And it'll be able to download on February 17th if you pre-order the game. Now, that's important because it means you don't need to pre-order it to buy or to play the beta, right? Anybody can play the beta. Anybody can download it. If you have pre-ordered the game, you get one extra day of access, right? The other thing that's really important is the beta goes until February 21st, right? So this is pretty much 4 full days of a beta, which is a long time, right? A lot of times a beta can be a day or 2 days, maybe even 3, but this is a really long beta, and I'm not complaining. I think that's great. I think it's just another reason to play it. I think another reason to try it. Another important thing, 13 characters are playable. If you don't know, Guilty Gear Strive is going to launch with 15 playable characters, so there are only 2 that are not playable. 1 is not even revealed yet, so you're pretty much getting the full roster. Now, here's the meat and potatoes right here. Here's the important part. The available modes in the beta are the versus mode, tutorial mode, training mode, and network mode, right? Now, one more time. Versus mode, tutorial mode, training mode, network mode. Now, network mode is just playing online against other people. And again, the difference between this and the last beta, which was kind of a disaster, is, well, obviously the game's been improved upon since then, but it's also the netcode, right? The netcode is drastically different. It's actually pretty good rollback netcode, and if they optimize it, it should be even better than plus R's. But we not only have online matches, we have versus mode. You can play against CPU or somebody. You have a tutorial mode, and you have a training mode. One last tidbit that I think is really, really important. You do not need PlayStation Plus to play in this open beta. So you don't need PlayStation Plus. you don't need to buy anything. All you have to do is download it. Like, say you don't care that much, you're not that interested, but you just hear people talking about it. Hey, February 18th comes around, just download it. Like, I think they're taking like kind of the approach they did with Dragon Ball, where they're saying, hey, here's our game, just play it. If you like it, buy it. But this is the game. They're giving you the game. Like, I think everybody should play this beta. I think literally everybody should play the Guilty Gear Strive beta. I think it's super important because it has a lot of implications and it has a lot of things in it. And the game is looking to shape up to be really, really, really good. As someone who has never really been into Guilty Gear, right? And I'm like, wow, this looks mad interesting. And then you got like new moves that are getting shown off, like Axel's One Vision, where he literally has a time stop move like the Flash and Injustice. Like, I see a lot of parallels, right? I see a lot of things in Guilty Gear Strive, and I feel like ArcSys has learned a lot from what they did in Dragon Ball. I feel like they've watched other developers, like they're bringing in rollback netcode. They've listened to the community. I think everyone should give this a chance. And it's literally like a free game for 4 or 5 days. That's the really nuts part. Like, if you know how fighting games work, once a fighting game comes out, if people have access to training mode, they go nuts. Like, you're gonna find the most ridiculous shit literally day 1, day 2. Like, I think it's crazy if they're giving us training mode in a beta. I've never had that before. I mean, maybe I'm overreacting, and that's very normal for anime games or certain other games, but I've never ever, like, in a beta, it's usually like you can play online matches and that's it. That's about it. Maybe some aesthetic things, right? Like Mortal Kombat 11 beta, you could customize your character a little bit, and that was about it. You know what I mean? Customize your character, play online. That was pretty much it. So, having a training mode is going to be insane, but and a tutorial mode, right? Like I said, they want this game to be really accessible to people who don't normally play Guilty Gear, right? And that doesn't mean it's not gonna be Guilty Gear, which some people are afraid of, but they're just trying to broaden the market. They're just trying to they're trying to give people like me or people like you guys who maybe never played or haven't played that much of it, who aren't like super into it. They want to say, hey, here's an opportunity for you guys to learn the game. Now, hopefully that doesn't mean they've dumbed the game down. That's the last thing I want them to do, right? I don't want them to dumb it down and be like, hey, it's super simple. Anybody can beat anybody. No, that is not. Then we're going to end up with fucking the same problem Mortal Kombat had, right? But it sounds like they're just being like, they're having the door open, right? They're saying, hey, here's our game right here. You don't have to pay anything. You can literally play it for 4 days, play the tutorial, learn how to play training mode, learn everything you want to learn. You can literally just play against the CPU if you don't want to go online against real players. Like, there's no reason not to play this game or not to play this beta. So yeah, I know this is a short video, but I just thought this was really, really interesting. And I know a lot of people talked about like, oh, the beta got announced. But for me, like, it's cool that the beta got announced. It's amazing that it got announced, but I think it's like the potential from this beta is crazy. Like, this reminds me of when ArcSys dropped the Dragon Ball beta literally the weekend that Marvel Infinite launched to kind of just shit on them, and the beta for Dragon Ball was super dope. Like, it was really good. And this doesn't even seem like a beta. It seems just like a demo. I mean, it seems like just an early version of the game. Like, sure, it's not gonna be the final build, but it's going to be very close to the game that's going to release in April. So you really want to get your hands on this before April 9th. Yeah, just download the beta and then go crazy. I'm definitely going to play it. I'm going to pre-order, so I'm going to get it a day early. And well, I'm going to get the game 3 days early when it drops too. But anyway, yeah, man. I know I cover mostly Mortal Kombat, but if you do see me posting a lot of Guilty Gear related content, especially in 10 days, I believe, when the beta is active, hey, man, just trying to learn some new games. Anyway, y'all stay safe, have fun. JSF, I'm outie. Peace.